Right. We
Action.
shall begin. You can tell it's been the peak of the season because my arm wobbled when I clapped that. I felt it. Like I've trained like 2 times in the last like 3 weeks or something like that. So I don't fucking hell's that little
All
thing.
that muscle you've
wobble.
lost.
Yeah, just like skin just bobbling about in my t-shirt. I'm sure this t-shirt was real tight last time I wore it. What's going on there? I'll be back training again soon. Is the camera always there? Is it normally not over there? You seem like it's real far away today. You see us?
It's literally in the same place.
Is it actually? No, yours might be. I don't think mine
Oh.
is. Mine's definitely moved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've not really trained much in the last few weeks.
It's been manic though with all the shows.
Yeah, peak week British. I didn't leave my house.
The whole week? Did you not even go for a walk?
I took the dog for a walk with Becky. She was making me drag out for like half an hour in the middle of the day. I didn't have time.
God.
Didn't have time because we had 20 people competing.
Yeah.
So I was doing 20 check-ins in the morning, and then my regular 20 odd check-ins after that, and then I was doing 2 or 3 consults a night because all the consults decided to come in across the busiest time, and then new client setups as well after that, working out like a couple a day because I was setting people up. I can't just be like, oh yeah, I'll do it next week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get people set up straight away. So I was doing my work in 4 blocks.
God.
Doing the morning block, then like another block, and then the consults, and then the setups on the night. So I was doing 4.
You're still full of life though.
Yeah, I was all right.
You seem quite high energy.
I fucking planned it out. I was all right.
Yeah.
I was all right. And then we went to the British. I was getting full nights of sleep, so I was absolutely fine.
Yeah. No 2-hour
No,
nights.
to like
stress
2-hour
sleeps.
night sleeps. And no, because I feel like I managed my brain better. I compartmentalised the madness this year. And I was getting like 7-8 hours a night, apart from one night.
Yeah. And on the British weekend, I feel like you were
Running
you were
on adrenaline,
chilled.
aren't you? Yeah, and you're running on adrenaline anyway,
Yeah.
I never sleep that well in hotels, mate. You all right?
No, I don't always.
You're not
wake
that
up.
good.
It's when you're not in your own bed though, isn't it?
Yeah, and you wake up and you're like, fuck, where am I? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In Germany I did though, but I took some, what are they called, night aid or something. It's some over the counter.
Something that made you clock out.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I had 2 whiskies, 1 night aid. And on the first night we got to Germany, I was fucked. And I woke up 6 hours after I went to sleep in exactly the same position that I went to sleep in. Exactly the same position. Nothing had moved. I was just like...
That's when you know it's been a good night's sleep.
Yeah, I woke up and I feel like rolled over to talk to Becky, and usually Daphne's in the bed as well by that time. Rolled over to talk to them and I thought, where the fuck are they? And I thought, where the fuck am I?
I hate it when that happens when you've been away. You wake up and you just like no recollection of how you got there.
Yeah, I didn't, because that Friday I travelled to Germany. We'll get back to the British in a minute. So currently when we're filming this, hopefully we're going to get this out pretty quick as well, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll put this one out probably on Monday.
What day is it today? Tuesday. 2 or 3 days ago I was in Germany, wasn't it? It's the
Yeah.
German Championship. The week before was the British. So I've just done week back to back. So the Friday, bearing in mind I've worked like every day for like 3 weeks straight at this point as well, I had to get to Birmingham Airport by like 4 o'clock.
Right, okay.
And I had all my check-ins to do in the morning. So I was up at like 5 o'clock, started them so I could get done for the afternoon so I could get to Birmingham. I've never had so much stress in my fucking life. She gave me the wrong She said she didn't give me the wrong postcode, but it took me somewhere else. So I think that's the wrong postcode.
Not to the place you're meant to go.
It was Friday afternoon, peak traffic, all the rest of it.
And Birmingham's not a nice place to drive to anyway.
Birmingham's a terrible place to drive to. The first motorway that I hit just over the Humber Bridge near my house, there was a crash or something. That was at a stop still for an hour. I was sat there. So luckily I'd set off as early as possible.
Yeah.
Otherwise I wouldn't have even made it at all. Then the M18 or somewhere down there, the M1 was standstill, stopped again. Then it happened again. So 3 times on the way there. The postcode took me to the wrong place. I ended up at Resorts World. And the man with the gate, I'm going, it's through there. He's going, it's not. Like he don't work on the gate of Resorts World. I'm going, it's through there, look. And he's going, and he wouldn't let me through. So he sent me around somewhere else. Then I ended up at the NEC. And he's going, it's not in here. I'm like, it is.
You're just
He's
telling
going, I'm telling you now,
works.
it's not. You need to get around the other side. Then he gave me another postcode. That took me to actually where I needed to be, but I couldn't see it.
Right,
but it took me to some office blocks right next to it. I was screaming down the phone, I'm lost, I'm fucking lost, where am I? She's going, no, just, and then she passed the phone to somebody else. And then I just typed in and it just took me directly, and I was actually now running through the airport. I was sweating.
Oh, God. By that point, were you really late?
I was so I can't remember the last time I was that stressed out. You know when you're like getting real mad?
Yeah.
Because you don't know where you are and you can't find where you are because you got like,
it's horrible, though, being late for when you get to the
late
airport,
and
though.
lost and fucking stuck in traffic in Birmingham at 5 o'clock. So I think the flight was at like 6. So I had till about 5 o'clock to get in there, and I was... Anyway,
You made it.
So then we got all the way to Frankfurt. I won't mention any names here, right? But the person who was driving the minibus at the other end nearly killed us. So I was just telling you about a minute ago.
Yeah.
So we gets off.
Oh,
Everyone's
God.
fucked. I'd had a couple of whiskies on the plane because I thought, fuck it. I've worked out why whiskey's so expensive on an aeroplane.
Why?
Because it gets you 4 times more drunk when you're in the sky. So they've got a reason to charge more money for it. I only had 2 little bottles. I got off and I was like, bloody heck.
So the adrenaline as well.
So I couldn't sign up for the car because obviously I was a little bit drunk. So they gets us a minibus. There's 7 of us on there. The young fellow who was driving, who shall remain unnamed for privacy reasons, drove us up the wrong side of the motorway. As soon as we come out of the airport in Frankfurt, I went, go that way. He didn't know his left and right. I don't know he didn't know his left and right. I was having to call my side of the van, not the right side, my side. So I knew which side to go on. Drive on my side of the road. Drive on your side of the road. 10 off to your side. 10 off to my side. Because he couldn't get his left and right, and I don't know why. Tried driving us up the wrong side of the motorway. I was shouting, no, fucking no, 10 left. He's like, which way's left? I'm like, your side. Your side. Because we was fucking going up it and this car's coming.
Oh, God,
and then
that's
so
actually
he stalled it and then stalled it again because he was obviously panicking. His gear stick was on the wrong side. He's on the wrong side. Drove us up the other side of the road and we ended up in a police station, a German police station, driving around in circles trying to find our way back out. We didn't know if it was a 2-sided road or a 1-sided road. He was on the right side and then he was on the left and then the police cars was beeping at us. Oh, it was fucking horrendous.
You made it in the end.
Yeah, I've never been such a white knuckle ride. I was adamant I was going back in a taxi. I won't get back in that because it was an hour away from where the airport was. So I was sat with my little iPhone in the passenger seat, just shaking while the whiskey's wearing off. And it was dark as fuck. There was just lights everywhere. There's no speed limits. Everyone's just going like so because there's no speed limits on certain motorways in Germany.
Not?
No, they don't have them, don't they?
I didn't know that.
And then the speed limit was like 130 kilometres an hour. So I don't know what, is that about 90 or something? It's quite
I've got
fast.
no idea.
Everyone's going, so I'm like, everyone else just fell to sleep because they thought I knew what I was doing in the front.
You were just left with the
And I was
responsibility.
thinking, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm watching my iPhone. He's like panicking. I could tell he's he wasn't having a good time either. His hands were clinging onto the steering wheel like this. Kept swerving us in and out the lanes. I'm like, stay in the lane.
This is just
So by the time we got there, you can imagine when the adrenaline wore off, I was very tired.
Yeah, I can imagine after all that.
And that's why I woke up in the same position that I went to sleep in 6 hours later, just on my back. I didn't even dare roll on my side. I think I was too scared.
Thanks for that story. It was great.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So that was how we got to Germany anyway. I'm fucking not doing that again.
This is why I refuse to drive in another country because that's like something.
To be fair, I've still never driven on the other side, so I didn't know what I was
do
doing neither. I was just guessing. But I just had my sat-nav out. The fucking sat-nav was in German, wasn't it? And the postcodes are not like...
Oh, God.
They're all like numbers and dots and stuff like that,
really?
so we couldn't have typed it in anyway. I just had my iPhone, thank fuck it had some charge on it.
Traumatizing.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again. You can all go abroad on your own next time.
But you made it and you're back
Yeah, and
you're
back.
in one piece.
And while I was sitting there, because I'm very much in the present with things, I was thinking this will be a good story if I survive. But I was just focused. But I was just focused on surviving in the moment because I was thinking loads of other people have had real funny stories, but they died, so they never get to tell us the funny story because it turned out it wasn't that funny because they're dead. That's what I was thinking anyway. Thinking, please just let this be a funny story.
My jaw.
Horrendous. So yeah, Germany was good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was all right. We'll get to that in a minute.
When you got past that bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got back from there Sunday. I come straight back Sunday after the show.
So you've had one day. Is that why you say hyped?
Yeah, I had yesterday off. I can't remember because I pulled all my work days back, didn't I? Because it was British and then there was this show and that show and fucking I don't know. So I hadn't had a day off in God knows how many weeks, but I had one off yesterday. We took Daphne to a little thing where it's like a haunted spooky week thing or whatever, like a farm thing or something. I don't know. She liked it. It was good. It was all right. I was just walking around like this. Shell shocked. Completely shell shocked. I smoked a cigar as well.
Oh, I saw that actually.
I smoked a cigar. Didn't even want to smoke the cigar. Well, I kind of did. I bought 2 cigars before, but I've only ever smoked 1 cigar in my life.
Yeah.
At my mate's wedding, I've tried it. Thinking, why are people smoking cigars? I'll just try it. So one of the lads comes back to the restaurant that we was in and was like, oh, there's a cigar shop around the corner with cigars and that.
Yeah.
So I thought buzzing, because when I was in Tenerife, I bought some Cuban cigars, which I'm looking forward to having trying at Christmas. But I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try this now. So I thought, in my head, I imagined this cigar shop, millions of cigars, Cubans, special air dried rooms, like come from the middle of the Mexican fucking jungle or something with special tobacco. So he says, I'll take you to it. So I was like buzzing. So we went walking around the corner. I said to two of the other lads, do you want a cigar as well? So I was like, yeah, we'll go have a look. I was expecting to spend some big money on it. I was expecting to drop some big cash on a cigar. Fucking smoke my big cigar with my whiskey, right? So I walks around the corner, walks up the street. There's all these fancy shops, like fucking clothes shops and all things like that. Looked expensive. Heading in the right part of town here. It's about 10 o'clock at night. Walks around the corner, walks around there. He says, it's just down the bottom of there. It's called Lotto. So I'm like, that doesn't sound like a cigar shop that much, right?
Yeah.
So he walks all the way up this fucking road. Yeah, just a newsagent's. With shit cigars. But
Is that when you ended up buying?
Yeah, but I was already committed by that point. It was like a €7 cigar, something like that. It was fucking massive. I didn't even. Anyway, I bought three of us one that wanted a cigar, and we went back and smoked it. Yeah, it was all right. I don't really know what I was doing. It took me until halfway through. I was like, so apparently you've got to like put it in your teeth, and then do that with it, and that's what smokes it.
I can't say I've ever smoked a cigar.
Because I've got quite a small. Considering I've got a big head, I've got a small mouth. So I was like. Trying to smoke this for like drooling. It's like a lockjaw.
I thought you were going to come out with some other like weird experience that had happened to you then.
No, I smoked the bastard though, €7 worth of it. I thought I'm having it. And then a few whiskies and that, and it was all right. 7 minutes of downtime. All I did really was woke up the next day with a sore throat and a fucking dry mouth and a big trip back to Birmingham. I won't do that again.
Oh, God.
Anyway, Val won the pro show. So it was worth the trip.
Yeah, that looked good.
Yeah.
How many people did you have competing at the German one?
Just 3. Nicola, she done athletic figure. She looked really good, actually.
Yeah.
She looked better than she did at the Central one when she did the PCA. She was a lot more leaner than that. But the other girls were just fucking bigger, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because Jade got the
Jade got the pro card there. She looked really good.
Yeah.
I love the way she walks. You see the way she walks when she walks on stage? It's like she's floating. She like does that, fucking on that, and she like it's like she's walking on clouds. I don't know how she does it. She like I don't know.
And I feel like I need to watch now because I can't remember that.
I don't know. She's like swishes across the floor. Anyway, and then this little German girl who I believe lives actually in the UK called Lily or something. She's fucking good. She's got crazy potential.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of probably improvements that she could make, tidy up a little bit, but. Yeah, Nicola come third in that behind them two, which is no loss at all. She looked best she'd looked in a bit. She was fucking shredded. Just smaller, do you know what I mean? She's only 4'10" anyways.
Yeah.
Jade's like, God knows what, 5'8" or something. She's real tall, isn't she? And massive. Obviously Nicola's a little natural, like kind of, not that drugs is everything, but like she's like a real little natural looking physique, do you know what I mean? And yeah, happy fucking day.
Good weekend.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Val was happy. We had Val looking a lot better than the week before as well. I'll talk about Val's story into the British. I actually asked her if I can talk about that because that was a fun week, to say the least, for nobody.
But she still did great though.
Yeah, we had a good outcome, but I didn't enjoy that week for her, and I know she didn't fucking enjoy the week.
It's not what you want when you've put that much time into a prep.
I felt so sorry for her.
Last thing you want is the week before, like things not going to plan, isn't it?
I feel like, considering the cards we was dealt, we fucking did good.
Yeah.
I was very proud of myself afterwards that we got what
well,
we
you
needed
got
to
a pro
get.
card, so
yeah, but she just wasn't quite at her best. Do you know what I mean? And that you don't want that, do you? Do you know what I mean? I wanted her at her best, and we weren't able to do that.
Yeah, but overall though, a really good weekend.
Yeah, the British.
Yeah.
So we're actually doing this episode, even though I've just fucking banged on for I don't know how long about loads of other shit. Sorry.
Same as always, it's fine.
Yeah, straight out the box. Yeah, we're going to do like a little British chat about the British.
Yes, because it was really fun.
Yeah, it was fun. That was my favouriteest British I've ever had that. Yeah, it was. Oh. I think all of it, like, we had the stand.
Yeah, the stand was so good.
Which we've never had.
I saw so many photos after of people like posting their check-in photos and I was like, that's stand.
People are not even marked like, I was just scrolling by and seeing my logo and everything and thought, fucking hell. Well, because I said to Josh, like, I'm quite good pals with Josh, do you know what I mean? I said, use that if you stood near there. And I could see him, like, trying to do his, and I've done it in there before.
Yeah.
The lighting's fucking so high up.
Yeah.
You can't really, you can see, but not seeing. Like, I said to him, mate, just stick them in there if you want to stick them in there. And he did. I didn't expect him to take pictures of them all and to go on the internet, to be fair. I just thought I'd do his check-ins, but I said, listen, use a light, do you know what I mean? Because it was sick, wasn't it? So for anyone who didn't see it, we had a big black backdrop with the DW things on it, obviously. And I bought a big fuck off photography light that was about that big on it.
It looked really good,
we shone it at it, and then because what had happened was actually about 3 or 4 weeks before, Katie, one of my little trained bikini girls, who come third actually at the British.
Oh, I was talking to her about this.
Yeah, it was her that put it to me. So I says to her, your check-ins, I can't fucking see properly. Do you know what I mean? As soon as it started getting darker mornings, I said, I can't really see you. Can you get a bit of light? She goes, oh, my mate's got one of these photography light things. I'll put it on.
Yeah.
And the next time she checked in, I was like, fucking hell. I could see, see everything. So I said,
then you were like, I'm on one.
Yeah, so she just sent me a link to it randomly. She said, this isn't the same one. His is an expensive one, or she's is an expensive one because she's a photographer, but this is basically the same thing. Like 40 quid.
Yeah, like a light box.
Yeah, so I put it into the competitors groups. Anyone, I don't know if I put it into everybody's group, actually. Did you see that?
I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, I put it into the groups, and I was like, anyone wanting check-in things for next year, blah, 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 this is this. And then Shannon had already sorted out the stand, so I'm not going to pretend like... I'm not going to pretend like it was my idea to get a bad stand. I'm not going to pretend like I did anything towards this stand whatsoever.
You just got there and
it just fucking happened. Shannon messaged me 2 weeks before and she goes, you got a booth? I said, no. She went, why? I said, well, just like, what do I fucking want a booth for? Do you know what I mean? Nobody's going to be able to stand at it. It's pointless. She's just like, get a booth. And I'm like, all right. Anyway, I didn't. So 2 days later.
I didn't.
So 2 days later, she's like, what's happening with the booth? Oh, fucking hell.
She's on me again.
She's not letting this booth go. But this is what Shannon does for a job.
Yeah.
So she works, for anyone who doesn't know, Shannon White, who works for me, pro figure girl. She also works for Ashbourne, right? Well, she works for Ashbourne and she also works for me. She just works a little bit part-time work for me. Just helping me with stuff that I'm no good at. And for them expo, she builds the fucking booths. That's what she does. Big fucking things with like proper good ones, do you know what I mean? So it's her thing, so she knows everything about it. So she's like, just get a booth. Like, fucking hell. So I messaged the PCA, like, can I have a booth? They said, yeah. It was obviously the spot that nobody fucking wanted.
It was a good spot though, wasn't it?
For us, it was perfect, wasn't it? Because it was round the side, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Facing the pump-up area.
Yeah.
And no public. So, like, for supplement companies and that, nobody wants that.
Would it?
But for us, it was bang on because, like, it was where all this stuff was happening for competing and that. So she said, you need this, you need that. I said, yeah, just fucking do whatever you need to do. So she ordered everything. She sorted everything, bless her. She sorted everything with the guy who was running the expo. She got everything sent to his house. So he'd go and set it up. I didn't have to do anything because obviously I was off my head with what I was doing. She did everything. Thank you, Shan. Sorted her a little bonus. She done well out with that. No, she did class. She worked with my designer guy who does all the graphic stuff. Got everything fucking sorted it out, got it delivered there, got it put up, literally everything. She couldn't have done any more. So we had that big black backdrop and obviously then the 2 banners. And then like 4 or 5 days before, I thought, I should take a big fucking light. And to be fair, we've got a big black backdrop now. We can actually just make that a check-in spot. So it wasn't really planned.
Yeah.
It was proper off the cuff. So I ordered one, it come to my house, and I just took that with me and just set it up.
Yeah, it looked great, didn't it? It was
and
really
it couldn't
good
have worked out any better, could it? I just strapped to the post and everything so it couldn't get knocked over. And yeah, so I've just told, we've been meant to talk, reviewing the British, and I've just talked about my stand for about 25 minutes. But
it did
don't
look
care
great,
how we got
though.
your stand, Dan. Nobody cares. To me, that
when
was
people won stuff and like they came off stage,
it was sick.
It looked really good because all the background was like the same.
Because normally in there you're trying to get like you come off stage, you've won something.
Yeah.
It fucking looks sick on stage and all the rest of it. And then you're trying to get a trophy shot and you just look like someone who's just rolled in mud because like there's no lighting on you. And if you get a good shot, you're lucky at you. Do you know what I mean? You're in luck. So everybody who stood in for that looked fucking sick.
And everyone knew where to go after they'd come off stage. It just worked really well, didn't it?
Everyone knew where to meet us. Leah was fucking grafting for me that day. I'm going to give a shout out to Leah right in front of her face and make her feel awkward. Took so much stress off me on that. I could not have thanked you anymore for that. That was the fucking best thing ever. Because obviously, when I'm trying to coach, phone's ringing. When I'm trying to coach, we had like 10 athletes in the Sunday, 8 athletes in the Saturday. Amy had 3 athletes as well across the weekend, or 3 or 4 athletes. And I had to look after them because she was at a wedding as well. And then I had one girl competing in Denmark and one girl competing in Germany. So my phone was pretty plugged in for most of the time. Yeah. So for you to just come along, and I just took you there to help, didn't I? I didn't really know what I wanted you to help with at first. Well, Amy normally helps me.
Yeah.
And she'll be like contacting people to, to just go to different areas and just like things so I can do my coaching job. And you just took over my social media, didn't you?
Yeah, I was basically just.
Leah knows my passcode to my phone now.
I don't actually know.
She was also trying to steal the passcode to my bank, but I don't want to talk about that. Boundaries was blared at the British weekend.
It was a good weekend,
you took over my phone, didn't you? And then everyone was coming off. Leah was messaging her, meet us over there to get the photos. Good photos. She uploaded all the socials. One was missed. One of the girls messaged me on the gym. There was no words on it, which actually was my fault because I think the wrong words had gone on it.
No, it just didn't. It just didn't. I posted it and it just didn't post the caption.
What it was?
So I was like, do this caption, it won't work.
Yeah,
and then you did it and it still didn't work.
Well, yeah, that was it. So I wrote it and then it didn't post. I forgot about that. I should have told her that. She was like, I don't know if you've I can't remember what she put. I don't know if you don't like me very much. She was obviously joking. But you haven't posted a caption on my picture. I woke up the next day like this. Oh, okay.
I was posting them like, please let this be right. You know, when you're trying to
because obviously you don't know them, do you?
Yeah, like I knew about half of them, I'd probably say. Yeah. But obviously I don't know everyone's names, everyone's Instagram
proper
tags, everyone's categories and where they've come. So I was there like, please let this be the right place.
I know. But it all worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it was good. It was a great weekend.
Well, that shaved off loads of work for me because obviously people don't see this, but you're trying to coach all them people. You're trying to make sure you're checking on everybody, having a look at everybody, making sure all the peaks into the actual stage times running perfectly. Yeah. And then you're trying to update your social media with all the pictures and everything as well.
Yeah, because you don't want to be left with 20 posts at the end of the day.
No, because you can't. Exactly, yeah. And then you're trying to message people to meet them, and then you took loads of that slack, and it just made the fucking day miles better. Miles better.
Amazing. That's good.
Both days anyway.
I had a great day. A great weekend. It was really fun actually.
Yeah, it was to be in the thick of it.
Yeah, it was just really mad, nice. Yeah, although when you at first I was like, oh, it'd probably be quite chilled, and then when it started and there's people on stage, and then obviously you're getting people ready to go on stage, I was like, how does he do this? I was like, how does he coordinate all this?
And they're all in one block, aren't they? So you think on the Saturday there's the physiques on first and the bikinis, and the Sunday there's the bodybuilding, and then all the figures. So in the morning it lures you into a false sense of security that this is quite chill actually, doing some check-ins, having a chat. And then the stage cam comes, it's just boom, 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 boom.
And then I think it was toned. You had I think there was 7 girls all together. I think 3 of them were Amy's.
Class, yeah, 3 was.
But I was over now I was thinking, oh God, how am I going to take photos of them all? I was getting a bit stressed.
Yeah, and then you've got to obviously speak to everyone when they come off and make sure that there's a lot of management, human management to do. But obviously I've done that for the last 4 or 5 years, so I'm used to it. Yeah. First year I did it, I was like, fuck me, this is a lot.
Yeah, well obviously I've never I've watched the British and been at the British, but I've never
been in it like that. Yeah.
But it was great. I was having a chat to everyone. I was doing some hair straightening. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, he was helping everybody out. He was doing their hairs and that one.
Yeah, it was fun, actually.
It's fucking good. So
yeah,
that was a view from the inside of the British. Yeah. From the outside of the British, everybody did really well. I do have a list of the results there actually from all the girls. I can read them out if you want me to.
Give them a read.
It's pretty good. I won't go through because there's so many. We won't go through each and every individual thingy, but we'll cover some of the pro cards and stuff if you want. Yeah. Because otherwise we'd be here for too many hours.
For hours reading off Dan's results.
Going into details of everybody's prep. So we had the wellness tall win. And the pro card she got for that. Bikini short win and the pro card for that.
Yeah.
Bikini short 3rd. Bikini short 7th, which they placed her there, can give her an invite to the Worlds. Bikini tall 2nd, bikini masters tall 2nd, bikini trained 3rd, bikini trained, 6th. So there was the placings on that. Figure day, toned figure short 1st, toned figure short 3rd, toned figure tall 2nd, 3rd and 5th, athletic figure short 3rd and 5th, athletic figure tall 1st and pro card, and the overall figure win.
That was good.
That was everybody. We had a couple of girls that didn't place, one on the Saturday and a couple on the Sunday as well. They sat just outside the top 6. Looked really good actually, but like you seen with some of the lineups, there was 15, 16 in them. Do you know what I mean?
Some of them were mad, weren't they?
Yeah, so somebody's going to end up finishing outside the top 6. And yeah, I was really proud of them girls as well. They look sick. They just didn't quite make it into the top 6s, that's all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good weekend.
Amazing.
And like I say, I enjoyed the fuck out of it. Our results are always quite similar to that, to be fair. The pro card wise, I didn't really know what to expect going into it, to be fair. I mean, I thought Val was in with a real good shot there at taking that. She was pretty much favourite for that.
Yeah.
She had a rough week leading into it, which we'll get into. Like I said, I did ask her. I said, can I talk about that? Like, pub?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, if you want. Sorry for stressing you out. Natalie, athletic. I knew she was going to be in.
She just looked amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, she just looks so good.
She's fucking sick, isn't she?
Yeah, she's just amazing.
Really happy with that. I knew she was going to be in with a good battle with. I knew it was going to be between her and Lauren Bailey.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to be a good battle, and she come out on top of that. Sarah, who won the wellness tall, I knew she looked sick, but I had absolutely no clue who she was against.
Yeah.
You know, normally you've got like a rough kind of like there's these people and there's that people. That seems a lot easier with a figure, but like the wellness and bikini, it doesn't seem to be as consistent with like knowing who's where and who's what. The wellness never compete in height categories through the year. They're always in just one category.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't have a fucking clue who she was going to be against. I just know she checked in the morning before and I was like, fuck me, she's looking good. You know what I mean? And then when she checked in the morning of, I was like, she looks fucking
She did look really
yeah.
good. She was so nice as well.
Yeah, she's a nice girl.
Yeah.
And then, but I had no clue what was in the lineup. She could have come first, second, third.
That was like a nice little
and they all walked out. So there's quite a lot of them as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
They all walked out, and I always do this when everyone walks out. I'm like I'll go nope. Like anyone who can beat her, nope. And I got all the way to the end. I was like, fuck me, she's the best one. And then obviously you don't quite know till they start shimmying him about a little bit, and then as soon as they started dragging him towards the middle, I fucking knew straight away. I was like,
she looked really good.
Yeah, I was really happy for her. She's a nice girl, and she deserves it. She's fucking grafted, you know what I mean?
Everyone did really good, didn't they? Really?
Yeah, everyone did good. And yeah, I suppose that's the review of the British weekend. In such, we got 3 pro cards, which I was happy with. Won the figure overall.
Got a sword.
Yeah, got a sword. Nice. I like golden swords.
Yeah, they're great though.
Yeah, I really like the golden swords. They're just fucking sick, aren't they?
Yeah.
Natalie, I was buzzing for her. I think last time we recorded this, we was talking about the London, which will probably come out after this because we're throwing this
I've
one in there,
literally lost track of which one's come out when now. I don't even know where we're at. We've got a collection though now.
The last one we've just the last one just been put out was the Anava versus Primo one, which my inbox has been heavy today, and should we say the least. All were good stuff though. All were good stuff.
Yeah. Well, we didn't say anything bad. It wasn't anything.
I just said the truth of what I've seen.
Yeah.
That's all I said with the Anava versus
I just
Primo.
went with the flow.
Yeah, you just nodded.
Nodded and looked terrified.
Nothing to do with me. And just to touch on that briefly while we're here, all my inbox has been somebody finally needed to say it. I've got loads of mates who have been told to take Primo and their voices are changing.
Yeah.
Like it's not just me that's seeing it. Like people are seeing this. They're just not as in much volume as me because I'm in the centre of it. Do you know what I mean?
Probably good though for people that are maybe getting into competing and don't really know, because like if you're working with a coach, you're just going to trust what your coach is saying, aren't you? You're not going to question it really.
And they don't always know. They're listening to other people, aren't they? And they don't know half the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that's going to have helped a lot of people.
Yes.
Maybe not people that have already been stuck into it and whatnot, but people that are coming in that are about to use assistance and things like that. Hopefully they'll see this or that and be like, right, I'll swerve that. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And then the coach usually give them a choice anyway of a couple of things, and they know what they're more less likely to get side effects with now.
Yeah.
So. What was we talking about? Yeah, Sarah done that. Natalie was buzzing with a fucking sword.
Is she going to compete again?
Yeah, this Sunday.
Like after this, is she going to carry on?
Well, I don't know. I got the impression she was back just because last time. So for anyone who doesn't know, Natalie competed with me in 2009. Natalie's been competing for years.
She was one of the
OG. She's back from when way back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think she first competed 14, 15, something like that.
Well, I remember her being one of the when I first started like following you and like
she was one of my.
She was one of the initial ones with like Kayla
smashing it and all
them
that.
lot.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
And
we done British. She won the overall in 2019 this was the first season we worked together at the Birmingham. in the days when you had to win the whole show to win the overall. So there was no figure bikini.
Oh, okay.
It was just overall women's.
Right.
So she had to beat every bikini class, every like
that's quite cool, isn't it?
10 classes, whatever they
I
used
didn't know
to
he
be.
did that.
Yeah, she done that. Lee Tofton did as well when I had Lee Tofton.
Yeah.
She won the overall in 2020 during COVID.
Right, okay.
And that was the final time that they did full overall. So she won that. Anyway, Natalie won that, and then we went on to the British, and she comes second at the British behind Rhea, who I was also coaching. So it was a little bit like of a 1-2 situation. Yeah. And yeah, that just was what it was. And then she vanished for a bunch of time. And then she reappeared. We got back together a couple of times, but she was never quite ready. Do you know what I mean? She tried in COVID and it was kind of pointless. And then, but like people like say, what's she been doing? And I think I said this to you, like, she's just a bodybuilder.
She just carries on.
She's an old school bodybuilder who just fucking trains. She eats, and trains. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the way she is. She's from the older school. So we linked back up. I'd have to look, to be honest, but it was maybe March or something like that. I don't really know. It was sometime around there. And she didn't want anyone to know she was competing. Yeah,
because I didn't. And then I think you sent me her checking or something. I was like, what?
Yeah.
No one knew, did they?
Yeah, nobody. She didn't want any pressure. She suffers quite badly with like managing the preps in a mental way. Do you know what I mean? So I couldn't fucking tell anybody. Like I had to lie, and I was like, I hate lying. I'm a terrible liar. And I think it was Josh had seen me at the show, something like that, and I had to like. I was like thinking, fuck, I hate lying, I just can't lie. And then afterwards he was like, you fucking kept that quiet. I was like, mate, I'm sorry. Like, sorry
about you got competing and you're like,
I said, I felt so fucking awkward. He was like, I'm only joking, don't worry about it.
Sorry.
And yeah,
I like that.
We just got to like lean.
Yeah, she looks so good.
Brung her right in. And that was what sent her over the edge for the win, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I also feel like that that whole class was like, it was so good to watch though. I loved watching it.
Yeah, I'm glad you did, because my fucking ass was in my mouth.
Well, I was quite nervous as well, actually. I feel like I was like getting through your nerves. Yeah, but that whole like class was just, especially that top four.
That top four was, that's fucking strong, that, you know what I mean? I had Nadia, Jade, and then obviously Lauren, who was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, well, all those four I think just looked like just incredible.
Natalie. And there was all like a little bit different in a way, like quite different physiques. They had different things going on.
Oh, it's so good to watch. It's
so
it's so cool that you think seeing like how much it's like
came on.
Yeah, just generally.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jade got a pro card at the weekend at Germany because they offered her that up there. I know Nadia's doing Ireland. I've seen that, and they're offering a pro card there.
Yeah.
I would think she'd probably have a good chance of turning pro.
It's nice now because there's a lot more people like with pro cards.
So when you all start circling back in, it's going to be more fun. The pro class, do you know what I mean? Which in a way, it won't like not good, but you want a bigger class, don't you?
Yeah,
you
want like at least probably I would say six.
Yeah, which I think you had at the British. Did you have six when you won the British last year? There was 6 of them, weren't there? I think.
Was there 5 or 6, something like that?
I think it was 6.
Or was it?
I think I might be wrong though.
And then I think it was same at Wales. It was like 5.
I think it was 8 at the Wales.
Oh, was it?
Well, yeah, because then the people moved up. There was definitely 8 at the Wales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, so that class was just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
So to come out with the win from that was fucking very happy days. Do you know what I mean?
And then Mel got 3rd. She looked really good.
Yeah, Mel looked fucking sick. Obviously, that was first prep with Mel. Bit of tinkering along the qualifiers. We've done Yorkshire and was kind of happy with that, but I just knew I could do a little bit better. And then I tinkered a bit more for the Central. She wanted to do that just for a bit more experience. And then she come away with 3rd, which was a really good result because, like, as we've said like a few times, like she needs more SARS for that category still. But what we brought was very polished, very nice. She looked great. The future of that category is for her, really. Do you know what I mean? Like she's good. Do you know what I mean? So she was happy as well. Ellie.
Amazing. I'm just obsessed with her, really.
Yeah.
She looks so good.
Yeah, she was fucking mad. It was tight with her and Nat for the overall. It was really tight.
Yeah, she looked really good, didn't she, in the overall?
She's like a cartoon character. She's fucking mad.
Her shoulders.
I know. She's natural as well. She's completely natural.
She just looks so good.
I know. Yeah, she looks like a cartoon character, but I got the question in there on putting NGL link up and that. She's like, why hadn't you done athletic with her? She would have won the athletic, which I agree she probably would have done, especially if I'd have drived her a bit further in. But she doesn't need to yet. We squeezed her into the toned, which is what the plan was. shoehorned her into the tongue.
Yeah, because when I saw her on, I think I saw her on your social media, and I was like, how on earth has she got intoned?
Yeah, well,
and then when you see her in person, you can kind of see how she.
That's what
fits into
everybody
toned.
said. Yeah, everybody said. And she's athletic. She's athletic. And I'd made the decision at the final posing seminar. I said, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to drive you in anyways and get you lean, but not too lean. And then we'll just let the judges decide where you're going to go. Because personally, I think we're going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But if the judges move you,
she still would have been fine.
Then they fucking move you. Do you know what I mean? You are where they put you. You belong where they put you. So I wasn't worried about that. I'm just going to let them do the work. Yeah. And we shoehorned her in. She's very at the top end. But like you seen when you seen her in live, she's not got that like muscle maturity, granite type of like, because if she'd have just had a different muscle type, she'd have been athletic all day. Do you know what I mean? But she needs more work from the back. We need to bring her posterior up some more, mainly through the upper back, and possibly a little bit more glutes as well. And then we'll come back for a season in athletic. This is the conversation we had after the British.
Okay.
The initial plan was thinking about driving down for the Worlds for athletic. But I said to her, like, stepping back as somebody who can see what your journey is, why do we want to ruin that for 2026 and take
just
that away
enjoy
from you now?
where it's at.
Take that. We'll go for the full set, the qualifier, the British and the Worlds. We'll try and get the full set won. And then we'll take a couple of years away. Yeah. Then we'll come back and stroll through athletic and fucking try and take you through that.
I think that's like quite nice though, because you get to just like prolong the journey a little bit more rather than like smashing through.
Yeah, and that's what I did. I did that purposely for her. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because she'd have just been like, let's go for athletic. Yeah. She had a good chance of winning it and then fucking blah, 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 just getting more leaner for the Worlds. But I wanted her to have a better time in bodybuilding. So I kind of intervened a little bit with that and said, look, let's do this. And she agreed, do you know what I mean? She's a smart kid, so she gets it.
That's kind of like what we did for the British when you were like, oh, do we go athletic?
Because we could have gone athletic, couldn't we? And I was like, we can stay in tone and win tone, so let's do that. And then we'll come back. And then,
it just makes it a bit
because otherwise
nicer.
she wins a pro card and then that's the end of a journey. Like, we're just doing pro from that point onwards, which is limited on competitions and things like that. Why not have a few years competing and then, do you know what I mean?
I completely get what you mean.
So that's what we've done with that. So whoever was asking that NGL in there about why did she do that, that's exactly the reason why. Just because she was trying to get them.
And she's only just started competing as well.
It's first
so
year.
It's like,
it's first year.
God
knows if she'll ever take anything, but can you imagine?
No, she'd absolutely
I don't know what even happened
up.
Then. Yeah, fucking hell.
God, imagine what she'd look like.
Yeah, so I mean, we've just highlighted the winners there. Obviously, it'd be lovely to go through every single person's journey, and I'm not trying to leave anybody out, but we would be forever. Yeah, so it's a problem when you start talking about people. You always have to leave some people out. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I think we'll just touch on the winners there, which is brilliant.
Yeah, but really fun weekend. Nice, just being around people.
Was the vibe better than normal, or was it just me?
Well, I haven't been to any of the British.
You've just competed in them,
because I've competed in two, and then I think the other year, because it falls on my mum's birthday weekend. So I think after I did the first one, when I did toned, I think I had the weekend off because we were away for like mum's birthday, and then I competed again. So it was actually really nice because this is the first one I've been to where I could just like sit and watch it a little bit.
I really, really enjoyed it. Just the full vibe around it, and I don't know if that was just something as simple as having the stand, so we had a base, because we don't normally have a base. I think just having a base to be at was good, so everyone was coming to see us. People were coming to see me, like mates and stuff and bits and pieces and what have you. And then having you there, it just made it even better because it just took all the shit off my shoulders and I was able to just coach, which is what I really like to do.
Yeah. No, it was really fun. Yeah, it was a really good weekend. I saw loads of people as well. It was nice to like...
it's good social, isn't it?
Yeah, I think sometimes, I think I said this to you, but when you're in an off season and you like haven't competed for well, it's not been that long, but it feels like a while.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel a bit like you'd like out of it a little bit because you're just kind of plodding along, aren't you? Like doing your training or whatever. So I think sometimes it's nice to just go to the shows and like see people and talk to people and have a bit of a catch up.
Shout out to the socials as well. Nikita, Michael.
Oh yeah.
What a fucking job they've done on the socials.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nikita, Michael. You've done fucking absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I was really, really, really happy with all the social stuff that they've done. And they was on it.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
Got to be on it with the content. Like people, like I said to them because they said blah, 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 whatever. I mean, Nikita knows me anyway. She's fast. I mean, Michael's quite new to me. I said it has to all be out this week and done and dusted because by the next weekend, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
When I see people's content from, say there's been a show and then the content from it comes out 10 days later, you know, the video, and I'm like, I think it's,
Yeah,
I just scroll,
you wanna
unless
see it,
it's
like,
just
day
me,
after.
I just scroll straight by it, because I just think, well, that was fucking 2 weeks ago, do you know what I mean?
Well, your one was out, I think there was one out the next day, wasn't there?
Nikita goes back to her room and does it straight away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because she was going to come out. You were like, oh, come out. And she was like, no, I need to get this reel done. Like, literally straight
so
after
she's
the
making
show.
a reel so I could post it on the Sunday morning
Yeah.
before the show even started, which was the Tiny Hands one.
That was good.
I feel like that got missed in all the traffic, but it was still worth getting it out anyways.
Yeah.
And then, they're out the next morning. So then I had morning, night until like Wednesday or whatever, of just stuff going out. And they did a fantastic job. So thank you to those guys.
Wow, everything came together really well for you.
Yeah, buzzing with that. So, all good.
One more show, and then is it one more show? Have you got anyone doing any others?
Yeah, so I've got girl doing this weekend at FitX. She's doing FitX finals this weekend in bikini, and then Nabby Universe this weekend, which is Natalie actually. She's doing the figure there, doing the Universe. Next weekend is PCA. I'm trying to remember these. Next weekend is PCA Hull, where it's 2 shows in one day. First timers and open show. So there's 2 shows in one day. Yeah. I'm so happy that's in Hull, because I don't have to fucking travel. So that day's long. Yeah. That is real long. And then the following weekend's Amsterdam, and then done. Then I'll be like, I ain't got any friends.
What are you going to do?
Why's nobody talking to me anymore? I thought I had loads of friends. Then everyone stops talking to me, and it's like fucking tumbleweed.
And then you
I'm
can have
like,
some time off.
Oh shit! I actually ain't got any friends. Then we can down chill a little bit for. I'm going on holiday in December, aren't I?
Yeah. Oh, that'll be amazing.
Going to Disney World for Christmas. I don't know if I spoke about this already, but that'll be good. To the America one. I've never been to it before. Yeah. I'm taking Daphne.
Oh, you can see all the castle when it's all like decorated. That's like my dream, that is.
Well, their New Year as well.
Oh, it'd be so good, that one.
Yeah.
You've got to see all the fireworks and like the little boat when it comes out around the castle with all the Disney characters on it.
Is that what it does? On a boat?
Yeah, it's like a big ferry, and it's got like all the Disney characters all dressed up, and then the castles in the background and all the water, and then they put all the fireworks
I've been to the one in Paris, and the light thing on the night where it turns late. I
feel like the Florida one's like a whole new.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I can imagine it's 100 times better than Paris. Paris was fucking not that great, to be honest.
Oh, really?
It's all right,
I haven't been to that one.
It's just a bit like, I don't know, hard to navigate around, and like, do you know, like when something's just a bit badly put together? But apparently the America's one's a lot better. And we're there, obviously when we went to Paris, we're there for like 2 or 3 days. We're there for like 12 days, I think.
Yeah.
Because
that'll just be so good.
And I'm off work.
Yeah.
I'm off work.
You're actually off.
Yeah, because it's the only time of the year that I'm actually off work.
And you're fuming because you've got to go to Disney.
There's not one person checking in. Like the full Christmas week, I have it off, which everyone else is probably relieved about as well. And because I said, I just can't do it. It'll just be a waste of an holiday. The only time I truly get off work is Christmas.
Yeah.
Next thing.
Yeah, but that'll be so good. It'll be amazing.
Next thing, we're booking Christmas.
I think you'll love it.
Yeah, I probably will, to be fair. It'll be good.
Do you like rides, like roller coasters?
I don't like love them, but I don't dislike them. I've been on a few when I went to Paris before, and that it's not something I buzz over, but I'll go on them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll go on them. I don't massively see the thrill of just getting thrown around.
I love it. I do.
But then I said that before, and then I went on one called the Rock and Roller Coaster in Paris when I first went years ago, like 2014 or whatever. And I fucking loved it. It was class. But my missus conned me onto it. I said, does this go upside down? She's like, no.
It did, didn't it?
Fucking did, yeah. I'm like, oh, really? She's like, yeah, it's not that bad. It's just like plays a bit of music and that and thingy. Then we're in the queue, and I'm looking at this screen, big fucking screen, and it's showing a video of people going around in this loop and that. And I'm like, is that what we're going? And she said, no, that's a different one. She's pure lying. But I had a good time. But I just felt like I wasn't clipped in properly, so I was a bit worried for the full thing. You know, it just says one clip. Well, you won't know. But because I was fucking big, and then it was January, so I had my jacket on and then like a body warmer as well. And so that came out like even further. And I was like this big. And then they like pulled it down and it just went...
Yeah, it didn't get lock in.
Just one click. Is that what do you mean? Because normally it goes...
Yeah.
Like that, didn't it? It just went click. And it was like, I'm sure it was like facing outwards, you know, like it didn't even go down. It was just like pointing forwards because it just got jammed there. And I'm like, I don't think this is safe, you know. So the full time I got off it and my hands was like, then people have like, their hands are all fucked when they're old. I got off like that.
Oh, I love them, I do. I think they're great. So that'll be amazing.
So I'll have a crack with that. Daphne will be absolutely loving it.
But
she's too smart. She's 5, and then she's like, they're not real people, you know, mummy.
That's what she says.
Yeah, she said, you know, they're not real. They're just people in costumes, don't you? And I was like, fucking hell. Just dropped 10 grand on that bastard Ollie. And she don't even know. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she's not daft there. She won't believe in Santa for much longer. She clicks everything.
She's so young still, though.
I know, but she's clever.
Yeah.
She's not daft. Oh, dear. So that was. How did we get onto that? Oh yeah, because we're talking about white piping down after shows and all that.
Yes, yeah. So now you've got people going into reverses.
Yeah, a lot of people on reverses.
Yeah, and
obviously that's always a fun time for them. Not most of them don't enjoy it, do they? No. But yeah, we're getting through that. I feel like I don't know if I've said this before, but this is the most big-headed thing I ever say in the world. But I feel like I'm the king of reverses. Yeah, I genuinely do. I feel like I'm so good at it. No, I feel like I've cracked a system which gets everybody away quite perfectly. I can usually stop them binging 10 times more than they normally would. Yeah, because like people throw around the word binging and stuff like that. It's just like, because they just get and then start it, and I'm like, just don't fucking worry about it. Just keep getting back on the plan that we've got. Yeah. And it just kind of peters it away. People make so many mistakes with reverses, and I've actually took an handful of people on that I was on reverses that the coaches have just like, not to like, well, I'm not mentioning the name, so it's not really slandering them, but like, I'm thinking, what the fuck are they telling him to do?
What the fuck are they telling him? I'm intrigued by this. Like, what?
Some of them are like trying to keep him on the same food that they're on, and then like just go through these really slow like reverse, and like, you're not going to keep them on that plan. You're going to get like 1 in 100 that might be able to stick to that, and that's just not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Some of them have just been abandoned.
No way.
They're just like being ghosted, and I'm like,
that's so weird.
They're just like, yeah, just, you know what your diet is, just jump back on it. And I'm like, fuck me, what's going on with these? Like, it's just some of it's madness that I've been hearing. Don't surprise me because I've heard it all before, but so I've took a handful of them on that I've been panicking, which is always difficult. Not difficult, but I don't know them.
Yeah.
So
we don't know the preps, do you?
Exactly. With people that I know how to manage them better because I know them. Do you know what I mean? When not, it's just guesswork. I'm just guessworking off what most people are kind of like. But yeah, people's reverses, everyone seems to be going all right. For about 20 people have just jumped off prep onto reverses, and they're all going pretty good, to be fair. They're all pretty happy. Nice. So I do feel like we've got that nailed. Boshed.
All set, and you can chill a little bit more now.
Yeah. I might get some sleep now.
Sorry, this is a tangent, but with the clocks going back, I've got a new good sleep score going on.
Leah, honestly, God give me a gift at the weekend. So after the German show, like we'd mentioned, I was having a little bit of downtime. Mm-hmm. Downtime led to 3 o'clock in the morning. We was leaving the hotel at 7:30, right?
This is after the show. Oh God!
I was thinking like this. This was my frame thought going into it. I was sat up with a couple of people that I like spending time with, a couple of chaps, and we was in a good conversation, and I was really fucking enjoying it. And my thought was, I would rather give up that bit of time in the morning than this bit of time now. So I took the bit of time now, because you don't often get times like that where you sat with a couple of fellas that you're just in deep conversation with, and it's flowing and it's good. So I took it. So I went back to my hotel room. It was, what was it? Let me think now. I think it was 2:45, right? We was leaving the hotel at 8 and was going to go down for breakfast at 7, right? So it was 2:45. So that gives us like, 4 hours, 4.25 hours until I had to get up. And I set my alarm for 7 and it said 5.25 hours.
And you were thrown off.
And I'm drunk, right? And I'm looking at it thinking, I'm no like sober maths expert or anything, but I don't think that's the right amount of hours. So I'm like,
and it's
you can imagine me sat on the edge of my bed in my underpants with one sock on, looking at my phone, thinking,
trying to figure out where the extra hours come from.
I don't think that's fucking 5.25 hours. There's something wrong with this phone, right? So I get my other phone. So I've got 2 phones. I've got a work phone and a normal phone. And I set it on that. And it told me the same thing. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? How have they worked this out? That's not going to go off at the right time. And then I thought, someone earlier in the night had been telling a story about how she gave birth. She was in labour on this night, X amount of years ago. and she was in labour an extra hour or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Because the clocks changed. And so it occurred to me, apart from that, I wouldn't have had a clue the clocks were changing. Nobody told me that.
Well, the phones just do it
Your phones
themselves,
just do
don't
it,
they?
so you
don't
never
really
think
know.
about it, yeah. And I thought, I know what it fucking is. So I'm like on German Google, and I'm like, what? When... I'm like, do the clocks go back in Germany as well?
You sat on your bed like, what?
So I'm Googling at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Back in Germany? No, just the one country.
Well, it's still doing it in every country, do they? It's Europe, innit? I think, anyway. So I'm Googling, the clocks go back in Germany. On my own, drunk, one sock on, one sock off, at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it turns out they did. So I thought, bugger me, what's the chances of that? So I had another one of them sleep aid tablets, and it fucking flat out and woke up in the same position I went to sleep in again.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Oh, dear.
Well, I had a lovely 10-hour sleep that night. I thought,
Really?
I'm taking that. Oh,
yeah, well, I was happy with my 5 and a bit, you know what I mean? Because I thought I was going to get in 4 and a bit.
I was like, I'm going to go to bed extra early so I get an extra long sleep.
Yeah, you're a sleep monster, you. So yeah, that was what happened when I was there.
Well, that worked out well though, didn't it?
Yeah, quite a trip, that Germany trip, actually, when I think about it. Got throat cancer, hangover, and I've had
You won't be going back there
sleep.
anytime soon.
No, fuck going back there again. Do you know what was real mad, actually? They say that the German people have got like shit sense of humour, haven't they? That's like
I've not heard that.
Well, that's what they used to say. I don't know if people still say that, but they used to say like Germans don't get jokes.
Right.
They've not really got much of a sense of humour, blah, 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 all this compared to the English. Fucking air hostesses was a right laugh. I have the time of my life with them. And then on the way back, the women in the airport that do the tickets and that as well, they was fully taking the piss out of me and that. And they're just having a good laugh. And I thought, well, that's completely dispelled any German non-humour
Maybe you
rumour
will
that
go back
I've
to
had
Germany
for my
again,
entire life. That's the first time I've ever been to Germany. Frankfurt.
So that was a fun trip.
Yeah, so that
Overall,
was a fun trip.
eventful.
Well, next one's Amsterdam, innit?
Yeah, that'll be good. There's some great food places in Amsterdam.
Is there actually?
Yeah.
I never really get to like experience it much, you know what I mean?
I know people go to Amsterdam a lot for obviously like the red light district and like the
They go to have
weed.
but
it's actually really nice. Like
drugs
I
and
didn't do any of that.
prostitution is the main focus of.
Yeah, but it's actually a really nice place. Like it's
Yeah.
got really nice like cafes and
Got
it's
lock on a
pretty.
bridge. Yeah.
And it's actually a really nice place to go. It's like a little weekend break.
I've never been. It's never
It's
ever interested
nice.
me. I'm not a massive fan of taking loads of drugs, and not a massive chance of prostitutes.
Well, but neither am I. But I had a great time.
Yeah, so that's why anyone who I would go. That's why they would be going.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be going to look at bridges and stuff.
And then I went to look at the bridges.
So I've never been, but you never know. I might not come back. And actually, this drugs and prostitution is all right, you know. I should have given it a fair chance. You see me in like 10 years, I'm just a homeless in Amsterdam, just smoking weed in a cafe, taking some mushrooms. I saw the light. I came here 10 years ago and I saw the light. Syphilis and a fucking drug addict.
Oh God.
Oh dear.
That's probably the reason there's so many good food places there because of the.
Yeah, because they've got more taste buds.
I just went for the food places, so I wasn't bothered about the drugs.
What type of food places?
Just like brunch places and just loads of really nice food places. Me and Will went to this.
Don't know if I've
was
ever
that
eaten
in
brunch
Amsterdam?
before.
Oh, that's
I'm not sure if
great.
DW's ever thought, just go for some brunch. Can you imagine me just walking along? Oh, anyone fancy any brunch?
That's me every week.
That's a you thing. That is not a me thing. What's them things that people eat where they're on them little plates of sandwiches? What are they called?
What?
People go to like cafes and that, and they'll have, what do they call it? Where they have like a little plates and they're all stacked on top of each other on a thing, and they have little sandwiches.
Afternoon
on them.
tea?
Yeah, afternoon tea. Yeah.
Oh, I love afternoon tea.
Let's go for some afternoon tea, cucumber sandwich.
I can't imagine you going for afternoon tea.
It's not really my thing, no. I don't. Yeah, that'd be breakfast for me anyway.
Same
I
thing.
don't eat till the afternoon. Yeah, I've got absolutely no class in me whatsoever, unfortunately. Classless man. Never worn a suit. Still can't tie a tie. Never had afternoon tea or tiffin.
You'll have to go for an afternoon tea experience.
You'll see me like
one
that.
day.
Drink, what is it? The drink like with a cup.
I love an afternoon tea.
Oh, culture has me. Somebody just culture has me.
Maybe we can go for brunch one day.
Yeah, we'll go for brunch. Breakfast.
I'll take you on your first brunch experience.
Yeah. At the British. Where are you two going? Just going for brunch.
We'll find somewhere bougie to go for brunch.
Yeah, what is it? Bruschetta. We'll have some bruschetta.
That's not brunch.
I'll have some bruschetta, please. Some garlic tea.
That's like an Italian starter.
Well, it sounded all right to me. Fucking hell.
Oh, God.
Right, shall we wrap that up then? Because we was meant to be just talking about the British, weren't we?
Yeah.
Normally get a bit of a crash after the British.
Yeah.
Because it's so intense. Normally get a bit of a crash, but that just kind of like tapered down nicely.
Yeah. I had my first enjoyable KFC experience. That was a nice...
Yeah, we had
fun
KFC.
weekend.
There was KFC next to the hotel,
Yeah.
weren't they? So Leah had never been to KFC. We actually looked for somewhere decent to eat, didn't we?
Yeah. It was too late, wasn't it?
Too late. There was nowhere fucking decent to eat. So I said, fuck it, should we try KFC?
Yeah. Great shout.
Yeah. And
Would recommend.
the boneless banquet is not as big as it used to be, because I don't really eat fast food. It's not something I particularly enjoy that much. I'll have it, but I'm not someone who like goes to McDonald's or anything like that. I think the last KFC I had was like, fucking hell, I can't remember. At least a good 7 or 8 years ago or something like that, I reckon. It was way bigger. It was way bigger.
You got a large one as well.
I got a large one, and all you got was a few extra chips.
Yeah.
You're the same.
And
I
a
was
big
looking
drink.
at yours like, why has she got the same chicken as what I've got?
Yeah, the chicken was the same as extra chips and extra drink.
Yeah, is that what I got?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get something different next time.
Yeah, so great weekend.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up there. There is no number to this episode. This is the British finals review. Trying to think in the top of my head if we've actually missed anything, but nah. Props to the PCA for putting on a fucking sick show.
Yeah, it was really good.
They're so good at shows. They're so good at
and even
shows.
the whole expo is just like amazing.
Yeah, fucking
like just
brilliant.
even like the things to do with like the what the stage looks like and the banners and like when you walk into it, like everything just looks good, doesn't it?
It's just a grand event for people to peak the season at, like at the biggest show of the fucking full year anywhere in the UK. Do you know what I mean? There's no bigger show than that. Just a massive grand fucking event.
Yeah, it was great.
And it's put on in that way. And yeah, they just run it so well. So I think we don't realise how lucky we am to have it. And after like 9.9 out of 10 people watching this won't even know what I'm on about. But like before they came along, fuck me, it was fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, the shows were so shit compared to what they are now. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I've never really like been to loads of shows. So.
The Nab of Britain used to be a big weekend, and everyone used to like be loving that because it was great. But like, if you go back to that now,
yeah,
you're like, Jesus Christ, what's this? Do you know what I mean? People are so lucky. They've got all the reels, they've got all the pictures, they've got
they're good with all their social media, aren't they?
Yeah, they do all the free pictures for everybody.
Yeah.
There's like they put on the best stage with the best lighting, with the backdrops, and like people have got literally everything.
Even like the backstage, like they interview people, like
getting interviewed. Yeah, like, interviewed.
Like they have all their, the backstage photos they normally have with like the black background. Like they all always look really good.
Yeah.
So there's loads of cool
and
stuff.
And that's the norm for everybody. And people still fucking moan. I can't believe still people fucking moan with what they've got. They're such wankers. They'll be like, where's my reel? And like fucking, do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, just, because I think they've had some problems with the socials.
Right, because
like,
there are too many people to post.
Yeah, I think it like blocks it or something, because when you over thingy it like blocks it. So I think that they took a load of them down and then it seemed like they put them up a few days later. People are fucking moaning and that about like cheeky bastards. Do you know what I mean? You get literally everything for fuck all as well. I mean, what's the entry fees? Peanuts, innit?
Yeah.
You go
to a lot of the other
some
ones.
other federations, we name no names, but you charge like fucking 150 quid a class or something. They're robbing you for fucking things. They're charging your coaches like £1,000 for like a backstage just all this like fucking horrendous stuff. And they'll just they'll give the coaches pass for the seasons because I think it's a small fee or whatever to be able to go here. Like they've got everything in. Do you know what I mean? And people still complain.
Yeah,
I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway, sorry if you've complained, but you're an idiot. You don't know. People don't know. They don't know how lucky they are, do they? And you sound like your granddad, like a war veteran. You don't know how lucky you are. We was on ration, but like that's what it's like, innit? You don't know how lucky you are.
Yeah, it's good though. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely class. Anyway, we'll end that now. We'll wrap it up.
Cut.
I'm just wrapping it up.
You haven't done your little jingle today.
I forgot it.
We'll do it to the next one. You have some time to think.
This was the jingle to the Leah and Dandy W show. Can't you click? Oh, well, you can't. I can only do it with one hand. Daphne can click with both hands. And I'm like, she's 5. How is she clicking? Why you don't put a wink in it? She winks as well. She was like, fuck you.
Can you wink with both eyes?
That's called a blink.
No, not at the same time.
Oh, not at the same time? Of course I can wink with both eyes.
Some people can't do that, can they?
Daphne goes like that to me. She'll do something and I'll go, wow, that was good. She'll go and walk off. She's a little bugger.
You know what? Will was absolutely dying for ages today when you when you were like, oh, Daphne calls me big fella. He was dying at that for like all the way home.
Oh, really? Yeah. She'll go, now then, big fella.
He thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. Or she'll be talking to a mother and she'll go on, tell the big fella. Tell me what you said to me. Oh, she's a little fucker. She's only 5. She's going to be a right little sod, I'm telling you. She has my life.
Oh, funny. Right, so we'll wrap this one up here.
Again.
For the 5th time.
Yeah, we're actually going this time. Goodbye. Wave. Wave at camera number 2. Keep waving.
I'm not waving anymore.
Wave more. Don't just leave me waving on my own.